All right, we are back after I have just finished doing the base coat with my little mixture here to all the parts. And one thing I wanted to, possibly get on camera is where I had put the 1 millimeter, 1 millimeter Tamiya masking tape down on the sensor bands, and to see if pulling these off now, since we have a lighter, just a slightly lighter gray here and the darker gray underneath, to see if that'll show a good sensor band. Oh, and also I wanted to point out, I found out for those looking for a way to mask off these chiller grills on the nacelles, that 1 millimeter masking tape fits just perfect into those grooves. So it works as a good mask. No having to use the liquid mask or anything like that. But that being said, let's see what happens when we try taking this off. I hope I'm in focus. Make sure this section right here is under where the nacelles come down. So anything I scrape here, oh, look at that. That is just, it's almost like I knew what I was doing. That is great. Ah, let go, you fiend. Excuse me, 1 second. And let's go for the next one. Let's see here. Oh, those is looking good. Those are the paint mask sensor bands we need. This 1 millimeter tape works wonderfully. And now for the last one. That, let's see, focus. That is just beautiful. A little bit of cleanup, not much. And then we take it outside tomorrow after this finishes curing overnight. We'll take it out tomorrow and put a gloss coat on it, a clear coat. That way, when I start putting down the paint masks, I don't have to worry about it lifting off the paint here. Hopefully, so we're going to see how that goes. I'm very happy about that. Very happy. Quick update here. I went ahead and after the clear coat has been put on everything, now I'm going to paint this portion a lighter, a light gray, but darker than that gray. And then this part here, and I believe here is going to be an even darker gray when I'm done. But right now I've just masked everything off so I can hit this area with a medium gray. And yeah. All right, let's talk about where we're at right now. It's been a little while. A lot of cold, very frigid weather, and in this old house, not a lot can be done modeling when it's so cold. But it's warmed up a little bit, and I've got a little bit done. Now, I had to detach the COBs so that I can work on, putting the nacelles together and be able to run the wiring down through here, back out, and resolder the COBs on. And that's what I'm in the process of doing right now, is just cleaning up all the seam lines. I've sanded it down and then used the sprue goo to build it up, and now I need to sand that back down again to see how our lines are looking. So I worked on that a little bit. And also I got the painting for this area done. I masked everything off and then painted these 3 areas with Vallejo Model Air 71097 medium gunship gray. That nice dark gray. And on the bottom side, I used the gunship gray on these 3 areas. And for the other areas, I went back to the straight primer and use the primer color for that. And then, of course, on both sides, after I got done with everything, I hit it with a single layer of semi-gloss clear coat just to seal everything in and make sure I don't mess it up as I'm messing around with things. Coming up next, we finally start in with the Aztek Dummy Reliant paint masks. So from what I've seen from watching the video, well, 2 videos that the Aztek Dummy individual put up several years ago, I need to first use, apparently, where's it at? There's 3 separate sheets in here. I don't know if you can actually see, but right here, there's this one that I'm going to pick out the small pieces and use in a random fashion across this deck here, the top deck. And then once I get those set down there, I will then start working on it. And I plan on using, let's see, where's that other one at? Oh yeah, right here. I plan on using some of the, let's see, where is it? Oh yeah, it's the FW ink, the Rowney FW ink. This is the shimmering red. This is what I'll use for the red highlights and stuff. So I'm not going to go with the standard, just, varying shades of gray for this. I'm going to try, see if I can make it some iridescent stuff. I realize it's not what's normally done and not canon, but I'm going to give it a go. It's all prep work, so eventually am getting up there and we'll be doing my 350s, I will have experience with these to do it. I've got the red, the green, the gold, the white, and so it's going to be interesting. We're going to find out together. All right, I just wanted to show this off because I think it looks effing great. All right, I went ahead, as it's described in the video, with Aztec Dummies. I put these down, and then I took the stencil that they came out of, this one, and I laid it down around and used, instead of where he's using grays, because he's doing multi-tones of grays on his, and I'm going to go ahead and try doing the iridescent inks for the iridescent. I used, because I didn't have an iridescent white acrylic ink, but I did have right here folk art pearlescent white, which I thinned the heck out of with Vallejo airbrush thinner to get it a nice, nice milky condition. You see there, I just dropped it and it just flowing right off. It's really, really thinned out. And as you can tell here, when this is, and that is just that first accent layer of stuff going down. I haven't done any of the major stencils yet, and I haven't done the other colors. I think this is going to look phenomenal. I hope. Probably not though. But yeah, lower expectations. Oh man, that's going to suck. Okay, cool. Back in the zone. All right, here's where we're at. I have placed all of the Aztec Dummy decals on the bottom of the Reliant right now. And that's after I did an iridescent coating on there that I already talked about anyway. And now I need to just mask off this area really quick. I can do that really quick and easy. But that being said, here's where another place I'm deviating from the Aztec Dummies with their excellent decals is I am like I said, using the iridescence, and because of that, I also want to mirror what is shown in the Star Trek painting guide. If you guys get a chance, download that. It's like $30, and it's really good. And I don't know if you can see it on here, but you'll see that different areas, you know, it's mostly blue with different areas of gold iridescent. And the way that they do it in this book is that they get this fisket, I think it's called, yeah, fisket, and these are blocked off. Well, I do not have access to any fisket. The best I could do was some Cricut, what is it? Smart stencil, flexible stencil film from Cricut. I went and got some of that, and I followed this diagram, and I went around and put down the stencil, cut it. I laid the stenciling down on this, cut out the pieces, then transferred them up. And so that's what I'm going to do there. And then after I block all this off here, I am going to, and probably put some of these extra little stencils down to help break up the overspray of blue. I'll put some down, and then I'm going to take just sheets of what is it, standard printing paper, and I'm going to cut out negative stencils, so that way after I pull these up, when I want to spray these with gold, because that's the color that goes under these, I will be able to just hold up that negative stencil and block everything that I've already painted blue. After I pull these up, everything that I've already painted blue, and then I'll be able to paint the gold down. That is my thought. My worry, my concern, my issue is I'm not sure how tacky this Fisket stencil stuff is, but this Cricut stuff is rather tacky. So it might be an issue for me when I go to remove these. We're going to find out. Doing a little handheld moment here. I have just gotten done with all the blue and all the gold. So I did like I said, and it was a little bit of a booger bear getting these, where are they at here? Getting those masks pulled off, and it was just a little bit of work, you know. And then after I got those pulled off, what I did is I had created these cutouts, like I said, like here's number 6, and number 6. And so then, as I had numbered them, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, all the ones that were number 6, I just put that over, and that way I could paint the gold on the ones that needed the gold. And you can kind of see with the shimmer here which ones were the gold and which ones were the let's see, that one should shimmer too. There it is. There it is. And so now I'm going to go through and remove everything. And then the next step after that is I will be using this mask here. After I get that off, I'll be using this mask here to go through and add random points of the red and also the green that I have over there. So that's the next step. And this is all on the bottom. This is just the bottom. I still have to do the top and finish off the nacelles and the roll bar. So I'm actually having fun. This time I have all the little bits off, and I'm going to go and put a clear coat on this to help lock it in. But I think I like how it works. And what I really like, check this out. It disappears. That is so cool. Quick update. I've been this morning masking off all of the top side, and let me tell you, the back has a lot more finicky crap on it. This is repetitious. This is fun, he said with a hint of sarcasm. Now what I'm doing is I am masking off the sections, which according to the paint manual for the refit, those are going to be the gold. I'm sure I went over this on an earlier take that I did on the bottom side, but if not, here we go again. So I'm masking those off, and I'm doing it by taking where I had pulled those original masks out from. These are what's left over. I just took some of that Cricut stencil, placed it over the top, and I'm just cutting them out and then laying those over so I can block those off. Then when I'm all done, I take it off. I take those off and I spray that with the gold, which worked out quite well, actually. I don't know if I showed the bottom when I got done, but you can see the gold in there and the reds and the greens. It's all nice. And that's what we're doing on the top side now. It's a fun way to spend a weekend. Okay, I have sprayed the blue on. I gotta dry a little bit. Once that dries, I'll then remove these masks carefully and hit those areas with the gold. Wish me luck. Now I've got the gold done. I'll let it dry, and once it's done drying, I'll pick all that off, and then we're going to seal it, and then on to the little bits of red and green. Weeded everything off for part one, removed it all. So now we're going to take it outside and put on a clear coat. Well, I'm all done here. I don't know if you can see it, but let's see here. The light on it, right? You can see I got the reds and the greens in there, and also hit the back with it some. Oh, I lost it. Hold on. It's there, I swear. But yeah. It's got all the little highlights in it. So now I just need to do the nacelles, the pylon arms, the roll cage, you know, just a little stuff. Well, it is Monday night, and this is where we sit after work. I did up these, and I don't know if you can see the glimmer on all of these pylon pieces, but I did these up. And the, I don't know, photon area on the top of the roll bar. So those are prepped. Model is all done up on top. And so now I just need to finish the nacelles that I was working on and finish off the area on the bottom here. I still need to sand a little bit more and put a little bit more on top. I'm on the seams just a little bit just to clear that up. And then I can go ahead and seal those up. And the other one is back there. And seal those up and then do the masking on those. And then once I get done with that, it will be time to assemble and finish off the wiring, make sure all of the lights still work. And then from there, it will be the time for the decals. So that's where my tuchus sits right now. But I got to say, for the first time doing these, kind of like them. It's very intensive, but I like it.